Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Zach, and we're back building lightsabers. Now, today's episode is going to be pretty quick, just a quick update. I wanted to show you how I decided to move some of the hair from up here down to here. No, I'm just kidding. Actually, a new driver came in the mail, a new, more powerful driver. I'm going to hook it up to my triple LED and see if I can get a bit more brightness into the blade. So I'm going to hook some things up really quick, and we'll check it out. Alright, so let's get started. It's going to be basically the same setup as last time. We're using the same LED, the Cree X-Lamp XTE3 LED setup, and cool white with the same optics on there. Same battery pack, same alligator clips, all that good stuff. We are changing up, though. If you remember last time, we used this little guy to drive our LED, the Micro Puck from Lux Drive. This time we're switching it up to this big guy here. In fact, I'll put them side by side. This is the Lux Drive Buck Puck. As you can see, a lot larger. A little bit more expensive as well. It's why I got the Micro Puck originally. The Micro Puck is, I think, $3 or $4 cheaper. The Buck Puck was $13, almost $14 when I got it on online from LEDsupply.com. So originally I was hoping to save a little bit of money and save space as well with the Micro Puck, but we're looking for more brightness this time, so hopefully this guy will give it to us. The Buck Puck, or the Micro Puck I should say, that we were using last time, I want to say is a 240 milliamp driver, or maybe 340, somewhere in that range. The Buck Puck I picked up is 1000 milliamps, or 1 amp, so a lot more powerful, and hopefully it's going to be able to drive this guy really nicely. So I'm trying to get these wires at least a little bit more separated out, so we can clip some things together. So let's see, power first, red to red, black to black, that's easy enough. That is positive to positive and negative to negative, for those of you keeping score at home. On the other side, we've got two other wires, and it's helpfully labeled LED plus and minus, the plus being the white and the minus being the blue. And I believe the positive is on the right side, but I'm going to have to remove the optics to remind myself, and I was correct. Positive and negative. So put the optics back on there, and we'll use the alligator clips. Red for positive, and what did I say? White is positive? Yes, it is. That's a little strange, but okay. Maybe it isn't. I don't know. And then black clip to the blue, which is the negative, to the negative on the... You know what, before I do this, cool, just wanted to double check and make sure that the switch on the battery supply was off. And it is. Okay, so make sure there's no connections touching. We're going to turn this on and see. Let me switch my lamp off here. We'll see if it's a little bit brighter than last time. I'm going to lean back just a bit. Oh, wow. And there's nothing. No light whatsoever. So this is something that I was a little sort of expecting. The voltage, I believe, is probably too low. And even with these two AA batteries in here, they're only 1.5 volts each. So we're only getting 3 volts. And when I was reading up on the Buck Puck, I believe it requires, I want to say, at least 5 volts of power. So what I'm going to do is switch to my 9-volt battery. Couldn't use this last time because actually the voltage was too much on a 9-volt for the Micro Puck, which I think maxes out at 6 or so volts. I'm definitely could be wrong on those numbers, but I'm ballparking. Oh, come on. This is not the best 9-volt clip I've ever used. There we go. So what we're going to try is boosting the voltage. Now, single 9-volt battery probably isn't going to last all that long. But since we're just testing, we'll give it a shot. So now there's no on-off switch here, so as soon as I touch the positive, it should light up, and there it goes. And holy cow, it's brighter than the brightest sun. that's definitely noticeably brighter than last time. I don't know how different it'll be on camera, but here in person, it is way brighter. So let's put our blade over the top of it and see. And yeah. Definite increase in brightness. It's not a huge amount. I wouldn't say it's more than a factor of 2 or so. but it is noticeable, at least, which is a good sign. You know, I've got this little bit of PVC that I picked up. I'm going to slide that over and try and guide that light up a little bit more. It almost feels like that's dimming it. On the blade, in fact. But holy cow, that is super bright. In fact, I'm actually going to switch that off because it's starting to hurt my eyes. I haven't looked directly at it at any point, and even still, you've got those little burn-in marks. So if you are trying this at home, do be careful with these LEDs. They can get awfully bright, and they can definitely injure your eyes pretty quickly. Don't ever look directly down into the barrel of the optics. So I do have my filter pack that I used last time as well. I'm going to put a couple of those filters over this. We'll just grab a couple of, you know what, we'll just do one pink one to start out with. I'm going to lay this over the top of this little guy here, and I'm going to fire it back up again, and we'll put the blade on there, and wow, gosh, that is super bright. Lay the blade on, and oh yeah, looking nice. You know, looking at my little camera feed up there, it's not actually, doesn't look as pink on camera as it is in person here. It is vividly pink, really nice. Definitely getting a good amount of light up the blade, although we're still getting a dark spot near the top, about 3/4 of the way up. We're getting some dimness. But like I said, I think we're boosting that brightness quite a bit. Alright guys, let's wrap up the video with some final thoughts on the new driver I picked up, the Buck. It did a nice job. It boosted the brightness of the LED noticeably, and I think it's worth the extra few dollars going from the Micro Puck to this Buck in order to get that little extra boost there. And like I said, if I play around with the power that I'm putting into it, and maybe even play around with some something around the LED to focus that light a little bit better, I think it's going to be even more effective. My only concern, though, is this is starting to add up. You know, the Buck plus the LED and the optics, we're talking $25 right there. That's half of our budget gone. And there's definitely a lot more to this lightsaber than just these two pieces. And granted, I think these are probably the most important pieces, but we've got to consider cost for the blade, cost for all the bits and bobs that are going to go into making the hilt. It's going to add up fast. That $50 mark is starting to look a little far off, but you know what, we'll see. That's why we're doing this series. Join me next time. We're going to keep on building lightsabers. Thanks for watching, guys.